Ne Zha 2, the newest Chinese animation film. Let's talk about it. So I have just seen Ne Zha 2, the newest Chinese animation film that is out in theaters for you guys to go and check out. Now, I had no idea about this movie's existence. Had zero idea. Didn't even know this was a thing. I saw it and I was like, I'll watch the trailer and check it out. And I looked at the trailer. I was like, okay, looks interesting, Sort of looks like, something I would like and that. So I went and watched it and not knowing anything about it really. And woohoo, this movie's actually really freaking cool. This movie actually is fire. It slaps so freaking hard. So the things I absolutely love about this film is one, the world building. The lore throughout this film is brilliant. We're dealing with the heavens, basically. These immortal beings, and how do you become immortal? And, the trials. That's what this movie's about. It's about watching Ne Zha go through these trials in order to save his friend, to become an immortal, to get what he needs in order to create this body that is required. So you have so many layers of this lore about this place that is higher up, about how to really reach those realms. And then you throw in these dragons and these demons, because it's very much, there's a lot of demon stuff in here, but it's not the demons you're thinking. A demon in this movie is like, there's animals, these hybrid humanoid animals and monsters and stuff like that. They are considered demons. So you have this whole war that is going on between demons and these immortal gods. It's rich. There's so much there for you to just take in. And what they do really well is this world, this fantasy imagination that they've created here. It becomes a place that you want to continuously go and revisit. You want to know more about it. You want to know, is there anyone higher up? Like, how far does this go? There's just so much there to absolutely love when it comes to that whole aspect. Now, the characters are great. Absolute fantastic. Like, Ne Zha is brilliant. So Ne Zha is this, comes in child form first, and we're watching him grow. Watching this person, this kid grow into what eventually becomes this person that matures, obviously, by the poster and everything like that, unlocks this new form, becomes this more mature young adult. And it's just this journey that you go on, watching them grow, and then event after event after event, something tragic happens to them. Now it's about revenge. How does revenge consume? And it consumes them. It's so good. It is so good. And then the person that's next to him, I can't remember the name, but he is I believe, the Spirit Pearl. And he has his own journey that he goes on as well. It's not as much as the one that we're watching with Ne Zha, but it's still a good journey as well, because they're connected. They're almost like yin yang to each other. They are like the perfect balance when they're together. So watching them go on this journey to try and get immortality and to get this thing that they need was very, very much a lot of fun. And with all the twists and turns, was fantastic. Now, the side characters are great. The dragons, man, the dragons are so cool. Especially the leader, which is the father of the Spirit Pearl guy. He's so cool, and he has his own thing as well, where he's trying to do the right thing. There's all this stuff about him as well, and his conflict with the uppers as well, and what led to all this. You have the villains of here as well. I think the villains are very much three-dimensional characters, just trying to understand where they're coming from, their motives, and why they do it. I thought they did a great job of that. So that's great. The story is fantastic. Like I said, the story is it's brilliant. It really is. It's this coming of age journey, but with gods, basically. Now, the animation is stunning. I kid you not. Some shots, I thought it was real. I honestly did. Like, there's shots of water where you're kind of sitting there and you're like, did they just take a real shot of, like, the ocean or something like that and then just pop it in here? Because it's just animated so brilliantly. Then you go into, like, the cauldron when it's got fire and lava. wow. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm just floored by how spectacular this looks. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks like it's CG or anything like that. It just all looked coherent. The colors are vibrant. Each location you go to feels real. It feels like an almost a real place that you're going to. And sometimes with animation, what you can have is you can have your character and they're on a backdrop, but the backdrop doesn't fit and you can tell that it's not real and stuff like that. This didn't. This felt seamless. Like, it felt like it was all one, which is something very, very, hard to do, but they freaking pulled it off. Then you get to the third act. The third act is gods versus dragons versus demons versus monsters. It's got everything. And when the spirit orb and the demon orb, the spirit pearl, sorry, and the demon orb come together, the transformation happens. The red and the blue pop out of the screen. It is this visual, spectacular, orgasmic to your eyesight. Like, words can't describe how beautiful it was. It was just, I was sitting there in complete amazement. And this final act is just brilliantly done. The animation's brilliant. Your waves going. The fight's done majestically. The action is superb. Absolute superb. Like, the hand-to-hand combat is great. The use of the powers is fantastic. And like I said, that final act with the fire, with the water, with the tree, it was just... Look, as someone who loves anime, I'm just... This is just brilliant. It was everything. I was sitting there and I was like, this just feels like I'm watching anime. This feels like I'm watching top tier, world-class anime. It's not just about the fights. The fights have narrative. And like, when you're watching this third act, you feel the emotional weight. And don't get me wrong, there's a very, very powerful scene in here that's very emotional with Nezha that hits you and you're like, whoa. And the way that they did it, the way it was written was brilliant, because it just hit every emotional note that it needed to for you. And watching it unfold, it's better writing than we get in most Hollywood films. I'm going to be honest. It was just really, really done, executed to the highest order. So if you guys have a chance to check out Ne Zha 2, definitely check it out. If you're an anime fan, I think you're going to absolutely love this movie. Like, I'm telling you, anime fans right now, you're going to love this film. If you love like a Dragon Ball Z, you love even an Avatar Last Airbender, if you like that type of stuff, you like JJK, you like those ones, you're going to love this film. I think you're going to find so much enjoyment. It's got the gagness, it's got the comedy, it's got everything you want in it. So, and if you're just a movie fan looking for great action and animation, this is the movie for you guys. It is in, I think it's Mandarin. I think it's Mandarin. That's what it's in. So it is in that. It's not English or anything like that. So just be wary of that. But overall, I freaking loved it. I absolutely loved it. So if you guys have seen it, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.